You are listening to Charlie's Truth audio blog, episode 4. Blessings, blessings, blessings. Hello, hello, hello. Hi, friends. I pray that you all are well. I pray that as you're listening to this audio, that you are in peaceful spirits, that you are feeling good, that life is going exactly how you desire it to go, and that you're just trusting the process, that you're being with it, that you're journeying along, and that you're trusting that what is exactly what it's meant to be. Bless it. Okay, so hello, all. I'm sending you all a virtual hug. I don't know, it just feels correct. Um, so interesting because I feel like I got something to say and I can't remember what it was. I have no idea. Just FYI, this episode, I feel like with every episode, I'm gonna learn something, Like, I feel like after I record an episode, I come back and I'm just, not I come back, but after I record an episode and I listen back to parts of it, I'm just like, you know what? I could have did this differently. I could have did that differently. So today I'm actually recording on my phone because my USB is not working on my computer. Like, there's a shortage between the converter. So I'm using my phone, but it's all working out. I feel like I also turned up the volume on my mic because I felt like yesterday's recording was pretty low. I'm not sure. This is just my beliefs. So I'm just going to test some things out and see how it all feels and just see how it aligns. And I mean, by day 30, we're going to be experts. That's just what it's going to be. But thank you for being here with me. Thank you for listening to my rant. That is why I wanted an audio blog. This is kind of like a vlog, but audio. Because I want to share my life with you guys and let you all know, like, what's going on, what's up. So today was a day. So I'm recording during the evening and I had a full day today. I started my day in a human design class for readers, which was absolutely inspiring and beautiful. I'm so grateful. There was a manifestor teacher. And it's always just so cool to see how other people run their classes, how other people just show up, like when they look at human design, what kind of lens they look at human design through. There's so many teachers who just have certain parts of the human design system that they just enjoy more than others, or that they pay attention to more than others. And I just think it's so beautiful that that there can be a million billion zillion of us and we all just have a different lens. And I just think that there's something so awe-inspiring about that. And during that class, I realized, I was like, you know what? Like, I don't usually consider myself a teacher in human design, but when I think about how I give readings, I am a teacher. Like, I literally will, especially if I'm doing like a introduction reading, like I will give people, I teach them about the system. I give them an overarching lens of the system, and then I start like getting into their chart. I just like people to know, you know, I think a part of it is I want people to be able to leave space with me and continue on their journey. I want them to have the tools to continue to learn, to continue to grow, to continue to develop, to continue to research. And I feel like the way I do my readings allows that space. Like, I'm giving you a foundation of the human design, a broad general overview, right? And then you get to go and get more specific, more detailed, and all the things. And so I've decided today that I'm officially calling myself a human design teacher, guide, and experimenter, because that's just my truth. And so I'm proud of myself. Gonna clap that up. So yes. So we are officially identifying as such. We have already occupied the role, but I'm really gonna make it a thing. And yesterday I talked to you all about this membership I'm creating. And part of it is that there will be a portion of it that's just tailored specifically to human design. And so I'm so excited because I will have a place to like put all the resources, put the keynotes, put all my trainings, and record videos and record different lessons, and being able to put it up and have a place for it to live. Um, And yeah, other people can join it too because it's going to be a designated space on my site. So, even if you're not part of the membership, maybe you can still be enrolled in the human design portion. I haven't fully thought that out, but it's a work in progress. Okay. So, aside from that class, which I feel like that was actually the class that gave me the idea for what I want to talk about today. So, I try to take notes just to like jot down, okay, this is what I want to talk about. So, one of the things that was mentioned during the class was this idea that you always get what you need. And I wanted to come through and talk about that because I totally align with that and resonate with that perspective. So, before I got into human design this time around, I want to say like 2018, 2019, somebody actually told me about human design, and she basically like I feel like I pulled my chart and everything, and I just didn't get into it. I just wasn't into it. And then like around 2019, the end of 2019, 2020, I was looking for a social media manager, and one of the people that applied for the role, she ended up giving me like all her placements, right? So she gave me her sun, moon, rising, her human design, her enneagram, like everything, like basically all the personality things, all the things, right? Life path, just all the things, which makes perfect sense for, my platforms. And at the time it was for my Etsy shop. So so when she told me about her human design, I was just like, oh, what's that? She was like, I don't really know. And I was like, all right, cool. So I looked into it. I ended up getting into my chart, and I just felt after that it was like sailing. And what's so interesting about when I found human design is that it was at a time where my energy, my inner God spirit was telling me, you need to stop being so dependent on this world. At the time, I was in my social work program, my master's social work program at NYU. So, that silver social work program or something. Y'all, listen, I'm gonna leave that there. So anywho, I was in my program at NYU, and it was just like so much happening. Y'all know COVID was I don't even know if COVID was happening yet, but it was close to happening. There was just so much happening in this world, okay? And I just remember Spirit telling me like, you need to stop being so dependent on how this world works. And I was just like, what does that mean? What does that even mean? And so then I meet this woman, and then I learn about I hear about human design, and then I start looking into human design. And then after that, it was game over. Like I just really 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 connected with it. And I always thought it was so interesting because I'm like, this was not the first time I came across human design, like I've came across it previously, but this time was the time in which I really gravitated and felt connected to it. They say, when the student is ready, the teacher will come. And that definitely was that situation. And when you think about the question I was asking Spirit, is like, how do I do that, right? Like, how do I find security within myself? How do I connect? How do I stop depending on how the world works? How do I take back my power and stand in it, And then human design comes and just gives me a whole different lens at life. And I've just been on this journey for the past 4 years, just letting it support me in my remembrance journey. And it's been so beautiful. It's so interesting. And it really does teach you, at least it taught me, about like patience and slowing down and not trying to reach a destination, that we're constantly revealing different aspects of ourselves. And every season I find myself in is the exact season I need. And with that in mind, while I was in that class, the teacher ended up mentioning something very similar. She was just like, she talked about, sorry, I'm reading my notes now. Oh, she talks about how she believes human design finds us when we're ready. And that was something I definitely resonated with. And I feel the same way about books too. Like, I feel like you always get what you need in a book. There's been times where I would read just a chapter of a book and I feel like I got everything I needed. When it comes to the Body Keeps Score, I think I just listened to the intro and I just knew. I already knew. I knew what I needed to know. And there was just a piece about, like, sometimes you just need a page, sometimes you just need a paragraph. Sometimes you just need a specific word, whatever it is you need, we can trust that we're receiving it. And I thought about Eckhart Tolle. So Eckhart Tolle is one of my spiritual teachers in this lifetime. And one of the things that Eckhart Tolle says that I have journeyed with for years is life will give you whatever experience is most helpful for the evolution of your consciousness. How do you know this is the experience you need? Because this is the experience you are having at the moment. I want you to sit with that, right? And what does that mean for you? Life will give you whatever experience is most helpful for the evolution of your consciousness. How do you know this is the experience you need? Because this is the experience you are having at the moment. For me, that means, or that reminds me, that every moment is purposeful. Every situation is purposeful. Every situation is guiding me back home to myself, helping me remember my truth. And I believe that because my life has continued to show me that, things I used to worry about or be concerned about, I realized that a lot of the things I was worried about happening just didn't happen, and a lot of the things I was concerned about just had a solution of its own. A lot of times we get in chaos and we forget that the solution is in that chaos. Like, if we don't get wrapped up in it, we'll be able to see it, right? So if we can just be a neutral witnesser of our life, of our experiences, we will notice that, like, we have all the answers already, and every situation we find ourselves in already has a solution. If we can just be still and allow that to emerge, that guidance, that understanding, whatever it is we need in that moment to emerge, then clarity will be there too. And just trusting that. Sometimes everything got to burn down for something new to be rebuilt. Every situation and circumstance is different. And I feel like a lot of times we get in situations and we think it's the end all be all, and it's just not. It's just not. It's just a bump in a road, an unexpected turn. But know that that unexpected turn is leading you to exactly where you need to be. You're not losing out on anything. You're not missing anything. Nothing is passing you. You're getting exactly what it is that you need to come home to yourself, to remember your essence, to create and develop the life that you desire. I remember I started to feel like the healing journey is what I feel like a lot of people resonate with. And I used to resonate with it too. And now I call it a remembrance journey. Um, but I remember when I started to realize that it felt like a spiral, like not in a negative way or anything like that, but it felt like there's so many layers to different situations, right? Like, say for instance, I had mother wounds, and sometimes you heal an aspect or you get to a place of peace and you think, oh, I'm healed. This is it. And then something happens a year later, maybe, and you're triggered all over again, right? But this time is about something similar, but yet different. And so, like, you realize, like, oh shit, like, there's still work to be done here. And that's how I feel like life is, and the journey is of a remembrance. Is like you may heal an aspect of a situation and think that, all right, this is good, this is where I have peace, and then later on down the line in your journey, something else very similar might come along and you're triggered and activated all over again, right? And what I realize is that, for me, from my perspective, is that sometimes there has to be steps, right? Like, you can't just go from I'm not feeling well, I'm not doing well, to I'm completely healed. Sometimes there has to be like this happy medium, or you go from 0 to 2, right? And then from 2 you can get to 8, like whatever it is. But like sometimes there's just certain steps you have to go through in order to get to the other side, because that you gotta slowly release the layers of conditioning. release it. And I feel like every situation may require a different recovery time. Like the mother wound may take like 3 different sessions, right? And this is just, I'm putting this in very like terms because these are not that helpful. But the mother wound may take 3 sessions, right? And my father wound may only take 1. I might just need one aha moment to be like, oh, okay, that's what I need to do. And then I'm good. But the mom situation may take a little longer. And I may feel like, I may feel like I'm not healing, but the reality is you are. It's just layers on top of layers on top of layers that you need to get through. And you have to go through that first layer to get to that third one. And so sometimes we can't just jump to the third layer. We have to do the first one first. We have to do the second one. Then we could get to the third. And sometimes you can just go from 1 to 3, 1 to 4, 1 to 5. Every situation is different. And I think that it's so important for us to just accept the unfolding of our lives as it is and know that this is what it's supposed to be. This is what is meant to be. And we know and supposed to be, like, let's that. But this is what it's meant to be. And we know it's meant to be because that's the experience we're having. And we can trust that what is actually happening in the now is what's meant to be. And we can be with the present moment. And so I was really like thinking about so many different aspects of just that, being with what is, trusting that you're always getting exactly what you need. When a student is ready, the teacher will come. I think that there will be people who probably find this audio blog and is exactly what they need, whether it's to encourage them to do their idea or to encourage them to just listen in, and maybe there's some soothing through this. Who knows? But I feel like we're always getting exactly what we need. And so I pray that if you found this episode and it's exactly what you need in the season, like give me a holler. Say hey, say what's up, say, girl, you see me. Like, let me know what's going on with you. I'm always here, and I think it's so important for all of us to know that we're not alone and we're all on this journey, and we may be in different places on our journey or our path, but we're always exactly what we need to be. And you can trust that, when a situation can look like there's no hope in this moment, and an hour later there can be complete clarity. I pray that you don't let the world or man-made concepts to make you believe that certain things aren't possible when indeed they are. Things can change suddenly. There's this part in the Bible, and I don't remember it as well as I used to, but basically the gates opened up, and it was like suddenly the gates opened up. And I always think about that because I'm like, suddenly, because I know how quick life can change. I know how quick one decision can change the whole trajectory of your life experience. And so sometimes just hanging on a little longer, sometimes trying again is exactly what needs to happen. And you can trust the unfolding of that. So, yeah, today was a full day. I got to go to the class. I had that aha moment that I wanted to share with you all. And I also got to, after the class, I was inspired to interpret my gates with my planets in human design. And I've done this before, but it's always like it takes time to really do them together and really like get the essence of the energy of the planets and the essence of the energy of the gates. Because like the wording of the gates can be so like distracting sometimes. And so today I was able to get that done for my conscious and unconscious side. And so I'm so excited for what this means, not just for myself, but for my community, because I will be sharing with them the process and helping them to do the same with their charts. Um, so we can just lean even further into our truth. I feel like human design really does help you to expand your awareness quicker. I don't know. I just think it's quicker. It's kind of like, it's like an express because you kind of get an idea of like what to pay attention to, and that helps with your awareness. A lot of times, we're in our not self or we're in our ego. We just aren't aware we're there, right? And then when you have that awareness, like, oh shit, that's not me, that's when you can make a new choice. And so I feel like human design helps you with that awareness so that you can make new choices. You can make more aligned choices for yourself. You can witness like, this actually does not feel good, right? We get back into our bodies and out of our minds so we can really, allow that guidance from within to let us know what's up. Like, all right, this is correct for you. This is not correct for you. And instead of like being so logical about everything, we really can just trust our body's system to guide us to what it is that we're called to do. And yeah, so as I was thinking about even the human design aspect of the membership, I was just like, I need to be, or I want to be very clear about how I'm going to also have a section or area that is not human design focused, that focuses on the remembrance journey. Because even before human design, I was already doing mindset work, and that's how I was journeying through my healing. I was doing mindset work and self-awareness practices. Like that's my tools, that's my thing. And so I want to also bring that into the membership. I want to have a section that's dedicated to like mindset work and healing through, just traditional means, I guess. And then we'll have the aspect of the human design. And yeah, so I'm excited. I'm looking forward to all that is unfolding, all that's being created, all the inspiration I'm getting. I really am enjoying this daily audio blogging. I think it's just a great outlet for me. I thought about you all yesterday and because I wanted to tell you about, I got flowers yesterday, right? And so when I got these flowers, uh, I remembered that a way to keep your flowers alive longer is to put an old penny in it. So I was literally I opened my piggy bank to find pennies, to find a certain year penny so I can have that copper, and that copper really does make the flowers last longer. I've tried it before and it worked. And so I wanted to tell you all about it because I'm like, oh, if y'all don't know about it, now you do. I learned about it on social media, and you can look up the exact date of the copper because I think the penny I have in now is like 1933 or something like that. And the one before that was like 1975 and it works. So, yeah. So, yeah, put a penny in your water and it will help it last longer. Mm. Yeah, so that was one of the things I wanted to tell y'all. And yeah, I think that about wraps it up. I think the main message is you'll always get what you need, and when the student is ready, the teacher will come. So y'all gonna be good. You gonna always be blessed. Everything is working out for you. You can lean into the peace of that, the comfort of the truth that you are always being provided for and taken care of. If you can just trust that. And yeah, so I'm about to head up out of here. I'm so excited about today. I'm so excited that I made it to this recording and I got it done. I was concerned about being interrupted because I was waiting for a package, but that didn't happen. We made it through. And so all is well. We are blessed. There's nothing but flow around here, baby. Okay. So I love you all. I pray that you are well. I will be back tomorrow. If you ever want me to talk about a subject or a topic, let me know. You can leave it on YouTube. You can leave it on Substack. You can message me on Twitter. I'm at Charlie's Truth on Twitter. On Instagram, I'm at Like to Lead. I do check those in the inbox there, so feel free. And for whoever's here, thank you for listening. Thank you for being with me. Thank you for supporting me. Stick around. Let's see where these 30 days take us. Let's see what we end up talking about, how we end up structuring, if anything different. I really wanted to do an audio blog because I just want to flow. I don't want to overthink. I don't want to worry about editing. I just want to be me, do me, live. Okay. I love simplicity. I love simplicity. So, with that being said, and I mean, we can always have an episode where I'm actually teaching something specific. If y'all want me to talk about a specific part of human design or anything like that, I can do it, which I probably will end up doing eventually. Right now, we just kind of like, I want to ease into it. I want to ease into it. So, with that in mind, I'm going to head out. I love you all. I pray that you all are well. Be blessed. Be blessed. Know that you are already abundant. Know that you are worthy. I'm so grateful for you. And this is Charlie heading out. You were listening to Charlie's Truth audio blog. This is episode 4. Bless.